All right, now let's bring in Congressman Chaka Fattah, Democrat from Pennsylvania, and Congressman Jim McDermott, Democrat from Washington. Congressman Fattah, let's start with you. Your reaction to this decision by the Supreme Court?
Well, I think it's just extraordinary that what you had as a president and an attorney general that crafted a legal strategy that was criticized, if you go back to the oral arguments, by everyone on all sides, that it was fatally deficient. And here we have a ruling today that, as you've indicated, is going to provide health care to tens of millions of people. We have an accomplishment, an achievement that's 100 years in the making. We really have a presidency that's been transformational. And I want to commend the president. I also want to commend Eric Holder for putting a legal team together and a legal strategy to present to this court and to take Roberts, Chief Justice Roberts, on his word about how he would rule on these matters. And they made an argument that a lot of people didn't pay attention to, but they made this argument that if you didn't find it acceptable under the Commerce Clause and under the Necessary Clause, that you could, on this basis, rule in favor of moving America forward, and that's what the Chief Justice did.
Now, Congressman McDermott, almost immediately after the court ruling, your Republican colleagues on the other side of the aisle started saying, we're going to repeal it. We're going after it to repeal it. Watch this.
I will act to repeal Obamacare.
There's only one way to truly fix Obamacare. Only one way. And that's a full repeal.
I've scheduled a vote for total repeal of the Obamacare bill to occur on Wednesday, July 11th.
Today's ruling underscores the urgency of repealing this harmful law.
Can they do it, Congressman McDermott? Do they have the votes to repeal this law?
Well, they have the votes to get it out of the House, Al, but it'll never get out of the Senate. These guys can't accept they've lost the ballgame. They spent all their efforts on undermining the president's effort with health care. And they were hanging their hat that they were going to win the election in 2012 by doing in the president's plan. And the court, led by John Roberts, I mean, there's an irony here of a right-wing judge coming out and putting his blessing on Obama's plan. That was the icing on the cake, and they are so mad. They're like a team that's lost a game, and they go down in the dugout and they start kicking the bat rack and throwing the water cooler around. They simply are going to try. In fact, they've told us it's on the 11th of July. They're going to come to the floor with a repeal, and they'll get it out of the House, and it'll quietly die in the Senate.
There's no president that's going to sign a repeal that's over at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Barack Obama is not going to repeal this. But, you know, in our church, they say the Lord works in mysterious ways. I think that Chief Justice Roberts really has positioned this argument in a way in which it'll be difficult for any of this to be undone going forward.
It's interesting, Congressman. You and I must have went to similar churches. Congressman Chaka Fattah, Congressman Jim McDermott, Jeffrey Rosen, and Ian Millhiser, thank you for your time this evening.